Hey guys, it's me. Before I start this video, just a quick heads up to you all. For the next little while you may see the videos get a little bit shaky because I'm changing operating systems, because as some of you may or may not be aware, YouTube in its infinite wisdom has decided it's getting rid of the YouTube editing tool, which is the main body of how I make videos for you guys. I drop them here from PlayStation into YouTube and then I fiddle with them further from there. But as it is, I've now had to go and find a freebie program, and now I have to learn how to use that program. But it shouldn't be too difficult because I know how to use the YouTube editor. They can't be that different, I hope. And basically make content with that. There's probably going to be a few changes to how things look and stuff, because they won't have the same transitions and stuff, and I'm trying to figure out how to get my intro down into that, and it's a nightmare. Anyway, on with the video. So, a guy I've been following for quite some time, a gentleman by the name of Rich Tech USA, or at least that's his channel's name. I really like Rich. I really like the content he makes, and he often tends to talk quite a lot of sense. And he made a very interesting video about the dark side of being a YouTuber, and it definitely was food for thought. Speaking of which, I'm actually making this while I'm having my breakfast, because I need to get out of the house and go to work in about 20 minutes, so do excuse me. Anyway, so he was saying that, like, when you're this big YouTube, when you're a much larger YouTuber, you know, you're kind of isolated if you're a one-man show like he is and like I am. Which I can understand, you know, you're by yourself, you're just making videos in your own space, you know, and like Rich, I too have a family. I have my wife, I have my wee boy. You've seen him in one of my videos, he's a cute little guy. I know, big up your own kid. Proud parent, what are you going to do? Nothing, because that's how it is. Right, anyway, so yeah, it can be a bit isolating because you're just your own guy working in your own space, churning out videos, and you know, you don't really have work colleagues, you know, and you probably don't know many other actual real life YouTubers in the flesh that you could talk to. And even if you did, you're probably that busy making videos to try and pay the rent that you probably don't have a lot of time to go and talk to actual other YouTubers. So yeah, I can see how that works out that way. I mean, even for myself, you know, there is a certain amount of, you know, yeah, great friends with like Wingy Gaming and a few other people on YouTube, you know, but Wingy is definitely #1 friend on YouTube. That's a given. I mean, the guy got me started in podcasting, and podcast is coming next Thursday, barring technical difficulties and zombie apocalypse and weather crisis and holidays and all that other gubbins. Anyway, so there's a certain isolation, yeah. Oh, I love tea. Decaf though. Where was I? So there's a certain, you know, flow to his argument, and I definitely like the cut of his jib. And a lot of small YouTubers like me, I mean, well, I've got like 239 subs at the moment. I can't even crack 250. I've been doing this for 4 years. But the one thing I will say, I may have been doing this for 4 years, but every single sub I've got, I've earned. There's no sub bots, there's no sub for sub. I don't do that. It devalues my content and the content of the person that I sub for sub with, if I was to do such a thing. That's my belief. It may not be yours. And yeah, it's sort of like we small guys, we tiny guys, we could only dream of being able to support ourselves with the channel. Maybe not even support, maybe just knock down the occasional bill and get asked to be at events. That'd be lovely. I mean, like I said in my video from Insomnia, you know, to be one of the guys at the signing booth and to be one of the blokes on a stage, man, the lights levels has gone all over the place. This is probably making my green screen look terrible. You know, it'd be a nice place to be, an interesting place to be. But then, considering that I'm a small YouTuber, if I was to start actually getting that kind of attention, then I'd have to make a lot more concessions at work, you know, getting time off and things, you know. Building a YouTube channel is definitely, as a lot of people will say, and it is true, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And I imagine there must be difficulties at his level too. You know, you get to guys who are like, you know, like Philip DeFranco, who has like 7 million followers or subscribers, you know. Even he has his own difficulties. So everybody has difficulties at their own level. There's a dark side to everything. But you know what? I chuffing love YouTube. I chuffing love doing it, despite all the difficulties, despite the way that Google and YouTube come together and do so many rubbish things. You know, I still love doing this. It's still a giggle, and yeah, it is a second job that doesn't pay. But you know what? I don't care. I like doing this. I never got into this for fame and money. I consider those as a possibility. Yeah, I'm only human, but I never thought they would be the be all and end all of my YouTube journey. I didn't even know my YouTube journey would take this long. When you go back to my first ever video, you know, I tried doing YouTube a couple of times, you know. I used to have, in fact, way back before the big channel crush of 2009, when a bunch of channels got wiped off the website, I used to have a very different channel. Of a very different nature, but we're not bothered talking about that. So yeah, there are struggles on the crumb side, as Wingy would put it, and on the uppy side. You know, like your guys like your PewDiePies and your Philip DeFrancos and, you know, and Alpha Mega Sin and that, you know. The guys who can actually make a living out of this and, you know, have a Patreon and people think that's acceptable. You know, that's an incredible level, and admittedly, yes, I would like to be there. But I don't crave it. I don't actively hunt it. I mean, yes, I do my best to make the best content I can, barring light levels. But yeah, I can see where Rich is coming from. But he has to also remember that, you know, there's guys like me who want this and are trying to do it and try to do our best to make honest, decent content. And, you know, as you know, for me, I'm not a guy that does like hate or negativity or beef of other YouTubers, you know. And I do consider myself quite lucky in some respects. I mean, I'm very lucky that in the entire time I've been doing YouTube, I've gotten maybe a half dozen negative people in my comments. And I deal with negative people in my YouTube comments the same way I deal with negative people in my life. I just nice the crap out of them. You know, that's all you can do. You just be uber nice back. You know, it's sort of like, you know, someone like that, dude, you suck! Typey, angry. And I just go, well, that's a shame. You know, it's like, but do please keep coming back, because maybe you'll see something you like, or blah blah blah. You know, it's like, just keep ploughing forward with the positivity and the niceness. And because they haven't, you know, made you go roar, they generally tend to lose interest. They're like most forms of bully. Which kind of makes me think of the Q&A that I experienced at Insomnia. It was a good one. You know, there was all these kids asking, how do you deal with the hate? How do you, you know, become a bigger YouTuber? You know, it's like, there's a lot of kids that I found this, you know, that last weekend now. There's a lot of little kids doing YouTube. And I say a little, you know, like 10, 11 age YouTubers. Just in Scotland alone. Imagine what it must be like in England and Australia, North America, China, blah blah blah, all across this planet. Kids with cameras, and some of these kids have got better equipment than me, better editing stuff than me, and I work a full-time job. Wow. But you know, it's hey, it's a wide world, isn't it? Anyway, so yeah, Rich, I definitely get what you're talking about. I like the cut of your jib. I've always been a fan of your content. And good luck to you, sir. I hope, you know, that things keep turning out nice for you, and maybe one day I'll actually get more than just a couple of 100 subs. That would be nice. Anyway, guys, I'm going to link the video down below in the description. So if you want to catch that video, you obviously have to go to it on a device or on a PC rather than a PS4 or an Xbox One or whatever, or a smart TV, because they don't have the comment section and therefore don't have the descriptions and therefore don't have links. Of course, you've probably been seeing the Redbubble thing, so there's my t-shirts and mugs and blah 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 blah. If you want that, no pressure, I just thought I'd let you know. Hit the bell, subscribe to the channel, all that nonsense. In fact, I'll do that when I end the video in the way that I always end the video. Okay guys, please remember to rate, favourite, comment, share and subscribe. And of course, as always, I never bother.